this year, a 22-year-old man by the name of John Crawford was shot and killed by police officers in Cleveland after he was in a Walmart carrying a BB gun, okay? It wasn't a real gun, but as he was talking to his girlfriend on the phone, he had the BB gun by his side. He was swinging it around. Someone called the cops on him. Cops showed up, they shot him, and they killed him. Now, this, of course, was one of the many stories that led to many protests. People were outraged at the footage that was released. But now we have more footage that will probably outrage even more individuals. His girlfriend was interrogated by police officers, by a detective, actually, by the name of Rodney Curd, after this incident occurred. And Rodney Curd accused her of taking drugs, said that her eyes looked funny. There was no reason to believe that. She did nothing wrong. He was accusing her of knowing that he was armed and that he had a weapon. She denied that. In fact, we have one snippet of the interrogation for you guys. Take a look at that.
Where did he get this gun?
Sir, I don't know. I swear to God. Sir, I swear to God. I don't know. On everything I love, you can give me a lie detector test and everything.
What I'm having issues with is that you tell me that you didn't know he had a firearm with him. I'm having real issues with that. Because I'm telling you, anybody around me that carries a gun, I know about it. If I'm carrying a gun, other people know about it. If I got it underneath my shirt, they know I carry. That's something well known about people.
But he didn't have a gun. It was a BB gun. It wasn't a real gun, which you didn't really give him an opportunity to put down because you killed him very, very quickly, as is apparently very common practice in Ohio. They already know that because it's not like they didn't have information on what he was holding. Mm-hmm. Before he does that interrogation, he already has the facts, but he's going to cover his own ass, full well knowing that they killed her partner.
Yep.
And he doesn't care. He's like, let me do more damage to this family by trying to get her to admit something that isn't true. But by the way, what difference would it have made? We already know it wasn't a real gun. So even if she admitted it, why? Because they want to introduce doubt.
Yeah, of course.
That's the whole point. Oh, at some point somebody smoked pot. They had detention in school. The girlfriend said there was a gun, right? That's exactly what they want to say. That's why they don't mind traumatizing her and yelling at her like that after he's already dead, for Christ's sake.
The detective kept asking her whether or not she had a criminal record. She wasn't there. She did nothing wrong. There was no reason to ask her if she had a criminal record. There was no reason to ask her about her drug use. There was no reason to interrogate her the way that they did. But you're right. It was to place the blame on him, even though they had shot and killed an unarmed man. Again, in a state that has open carry laws. So you can carry weapons openly if you have a certain skin color. That's okay. No one's going to call the cops on your ass. But if you're a black guy walking around in Walmart with a BB gun, well, of course, we're going to call the cops on you. Cops are going to show up and justifiably shoot you.
But we're supposed to respect the cops in Ohio. That's what they're now demanding after Andrew Hawkins, the football player, wore a shirt they didn't like. They say, how dare you disrespect us? Mm-hmm. Didn't that cop in that video look so worthy of respect there that after you've killed someone's loved one, that you bring them in a room and accuse them of being a criminal and try to get them to give false evidence, and you know would be false evidence, against the person you just shot and killed?
Yep.
I don't know why people don't respect the Ohio cops. It's really hard to figure out. Do these people represent you? I mean, and then people are outraged when African Americans protest. What would you do? What would you do if the situation was reversed and they view you as the enemy? And then if they kill you, the only thing they care about is protecting themselves, not protecting you and your family. They're not sorry what they did to you. They're not sorry what they compound the problems. Then they go and browbeat and intimidate and harass your family. Gee, I wonder why people protest. You'd be crazy not to protest. This is a really important moment in history, I think. I think we might be on to a new civil rights era and movement. That's what I feel, and I'm hopeful about that, right? Because I see a lot of people getting frustrated, and even some people opening their eyes and seeing this for the first time.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think that, yes, there's still a lot of pushback from people saying, no, the cops are right. All you have to do is listen to them. You know, you got a million of those guys, right? But I think there's a lot of good people in the country who are saying, well, 12-year-olds, and they shot him in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
You know, and boy, if they had gone on to Cliven Bundy's ranch and shot his 12-year-old grandson in 2 seconds, what would conservatives have called them? Jackbooted thugs, right? So, but that process is beginning. So it's a great thing that we're seeing it. It's super frustrating to see how it unfolds right before our eyes. But it's better that we see it so we can disinfect it.
Yep.
And I hope that there is a new movement that comes out of it.